Hi there, I thought I'd record a quick demo of the Silverlight application because frankly, who has the time or the inclination to set up an environment where all this stuff runs? So this is the VM I have, Windows 10, it's got Visual Studio 2012, it's got the RIA toolkit, it's got Silverlight 5, so on and so forth. It was quite the song and dance to get all of these versions up and running and working together, but suffice it to say, it is now working. So let me show you the app. So I built this app from scratch because I really couldn't find a representative example of a Silverlight application that I could use as the basis for some sort of tutorial and guideline on how to migrate these things. So anyway, put this together. You may recognize this theme. It's what used to be called Metro, then got renamed Cosmopolitan. But basically I've got this application, kind of got the standard sort of UI and so on. Didn't do too much with the theme, just left it pretty much as standard. Anyway, we've got the various pages as you can see, so home, time entry. I basically implemented role-based security, so currently we're not logged in. So certain of these pages require you to be logged in to be able to navigate to them. The about page gives us information and so on and so forth. You guys have seen all of this sort of stuff. So anyway, log in, so pop up. So this is leveraging the RIA services authorization capability. So I actually have extended this with a custom user handler. So let's put in some details here. Okay, let's log this person in. Okay, so this user is logged in. They have the admin role, which actually grants them access to time entry and admin, but not to reports. So if I click on reports, I get the message, don't have the correct role. If I go to time entry, I can review the previous data that's been entered. If I go to time entry, I can view the data that's been entered for previous weeks, so on and so forth. I can add a new entry. So I select a project, say impact training, put in today's date, 4 hours, save. And we can see that that gets added in. Haven't yet implemented the edit week. It was starting to get to the point where there was so much to do to implement what I have in the Uno UWP project that I didn't want to keep adding to this at the moment. The admin gives me just a basic UI where I can update the projects. Log out takes us back to where we want to be, the home page, so that we can navigate once again. So that's it in a nutshell. That's pretty much what the application does. So a quick tour around Visual Studio Solution. So we've got the two projects, the Silverlight application itself and then the web host. And it's actually interesting when you come back to using WCF RIA services and so on, just how much stuff actually gets created for you. It really was ahead of its time. Anyway, main project itself, I've got a number of different views. Some of them use MVVM, some of them just use code behind. So we've got a couple of different examples of how you might have constructed a Silverlight application and how to migrate those things. We've got our interaction with services. We have data models. Some of these which are shared using the WCF RIA sharing, which is actually so nice when you look back at it. And then we've got the time entry itself. We've got the services. You've got the authentication service that gets created for you. As I mentioned earlier, I've extended that to use a custom schema against a custom SQL database that I threw together. I've got some data generation stuff, which isn't really part of a production application, but it's there. Then we've got a regular project service that uses WCF RIA to be able to do the querying. We've got a time entry service, which again allows me to enter time entries. And then another custom service, which basically produces the information we see on the time entry view. So I just wanted to have a couple of different types of services that we could demonstrate. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell.